Hi, this is Mad. Welcome to another episode of the Walrus Dev Series. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to deploy the sites to a Walrus. In our previous step video, I showed you how to install Walrus Site Builder. I will see in the documentation. You can go and watch on the previous video on how to do that. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how to deploy and publish a site to Walrus. So let's do that. So, first of all, I would open my file explorer on Linux, so I'll open my front-end code. So one thing you should know that Walrus is used to deploy front-end codes for now, so you can't deploy your backend to Walrus for now. So you can only deploy your front-end codes to Walrus. So I'll open one of my front-end codes. So I wrote this code in Next.js. So what you have to do is you try to build your front-end code and get the static files. So I have my static files here in the out folder. So I use Next.js. Can try to find out how to do that, how to get your static files from either React or Next or whatever front-end framework you're using. Or you can equally just deploy your HTML, CSS and JavaScript codes if you want to. So let me just open this iron. Let me try to show you what the front end looks like of this pool. So this is the Next.js project, just like I explained before. So look how it's 3000. So this is my portfolio website. Or look how it's 3000. So I'm going to deploy these sites to Walrus. Let me go back to my Explorer. And this is it here in the out folder. So let me open this in my terminal. So before that, you have to make sure you have Walrus installed and you also have the site builder installed. So and also you have to make sure you have a balance of about 0.5 SUI, minimum of that, and also some Walrus token. So let me check my balance. So to check my balance, let me use SUI client balance. So with this command, I'm going to be checking how much balance I have. So right now I have 1.083 and 22.46 Walrus token. So that will be enough to deploy my site. So let me clear this. So coming back to the documentation here. So to deploy our front end to Walrus, all we have to do is use site builder deploy -- epoch. Then we'll put the number of epoch you would want to deploy. I explained that an epoch is 14 days in the suite mainnet. So one epoch is about 14 days. So that's for 2 weeks. So let me copy this command, Walrus deploy. Or you can come to your terminal and just put in site deploy -- help. Sorry, site builder. Let's site deploy. Sites builder. Wow, mistake. And you would see your deploy command. So before we continue, I'm going to be updating my site builder, just in case it might be updated. So it's always good to update your site builder so you always have your the latest package. So to do that, I have to come here to installing site builder and come here down. So first of all, I have to specify the system I am using. So it works the same way as installing the Walrus site builder. So I'll paste this. My system is Ubuntu -x64 _ 64. Sorry, x86. That's basically 64. So I'm going to do that. So same way I installed if you watched the previous video. And then I'll always be copying this command, these two commands, and pasting them over here. So in about some seconds, we should have updated. So that's it. We've successfully updated our Walrus Sites builder, so it's up to date. Then coming back to using Walrus site builder, let's start to deploy. So let me copy this and come back here. Let me clear my terminal. So while deploying, we have to put the first argument, which is epochs, and an epoch on 2 is about 1 epoch about 14 days. I talked about in the first video, so I'm going to specify, and I'm going to be using certain epoch over here. I think the max you can use is about 50 epoch. I think that's the max you can use for Walrus. Then I have to specify the paths to my code. So sorry, I have this over here. So I have this list out folder which I had built with my Next.js. So it can be HTML files, can be HTML, CSS, JavaScript, or it can be your output from a build. So this is my out folder. It contains the files which I want to deploy. This is my Walrus sites. So I'll specify that. So I'll put in the paths. So I'm going to be adding another argument which is going to be a variable. So this variable is going to try to run the Scala contacts for the Walrus site builder, but not using real money. So it takes to like test it and see how much we actually need. You just take run it, like do the driver to check how many with your Walrus you want to deploy out the site. So I want to know how much it's going to, then click on enter. On this with moments. So as it stands, the money the amount we're going to spend in Sui. So we're going to spend 2 hours at Sui. So we're going to spend 0.2 lines Sui deploying it. And also we're going to spend 8,000. You see? Yeah, it's going to be 8 million. About 8 million first. So 1 first is about, sorry, 1 hour is about 1 billion first. So let's calculate how much. So this is like a calculator. So I'm going to paste in a value, and I'm going to be the value used by 1E9. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So you're going to spend about 0.0085 Walrus. That's needy. So like deploy this site to Walrus. So I'm going to click on Y to continue because I have that amount in my wallet as we checked. So I'll click on Y to continue. I'm deploying it. So let's wait. It's going to take about some seconds or some minutes depending on how large your files are, your Walrus files are. So for mine, not take this that much. So it should take about a minute or so. So if you've seen, we successfully deployed this site to Walrus. It says new sites created. So these are our site 100 ID. I'm just going to be copying this, and right now for us to be able to see the sites, we have to go and connect our site to our object ID to the SwiNS portal, or you have to run a local portal. So doing that is kind of complex. I'm going to show you how to run a local portal in the next tutorial video, so you can test out your site without, maybe if you have a domain name, I'll show you how to run a custom portal. But right now we're going to be using the Walrus portal, and we need a SwiNS domain name. So head over to this site, which is SwiNS.io. You can try to buy a domain name. So I have a domain name already. If I come to view my names, if you look at it, I have this domain name called blockchainbad.ai. We can buy yours, search for any name, maybe search for my name you want to. So it's available. It's not available, you can find another name. So I have this name I already bought from SwiNS. You want to open a wallet, so I am going to be linking it. So I'll come to these 3 dots here, and I'll click on link to Walrus sites, and I'm going to paste in my site ID. I'll click on apply. I'll click on approve. So we have successfully linked it, and this is my SwiNS name. So it's blockchainbad -EI. So this is my SwiNS domain name. We are using a Walrus portal, so it's not going to be .wal.app. But this is going to take a little time to. So if you try it immediately, and this is it. So I have successfully deployed my site to Walrus. So this is what I showed you on the local host. So let me go back and run my local host. So LBL Walrus Dev. So this is the site I deployed to, like I was able to successfully deploy it to Walrus, which is this my domain name I have here, and that's it. It's pretty simple. So all you just have to do in cap, all you just have to do is to try to build your folder, build your static file, or if you have HTML or CSS file, put it in the folder, or you can just build it anyways and come back to your terminal and run Walrus Sites deploy. Then you put in the epoch. So I used for approach. So this is going to last for 10 weeks. Then .out, which is going to be even if you called it. Then click on enter. You can put the try on to check if you have amount of SUI or Walrus in your wallet, and boom, that's all to deploy your Walrus sites. I'll just have to copy the ID and link it to your domain name imports. So that's pretty simple. In the next video, I will show you how to run your own custom portal. I'll just in case you want to run your sites locally and you don't have to connect it to a CNC. So thank you very much. See you in the next video. If you have any question or want an issue deploying yourself to your site to Walrus, you can contact me. I have my handles below in the description below, or you can also drop it in the comment section. I'll be willing to help you. Thank you very much.